Hi, and welcome to the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and we're talking about wiring today. Okay? And I'm not just talking about wiring the track or the accessories. I've done a lot on that. One of the challenges for the Retirement Railroad is I have 3 large gaps in this room for doors. And I have 4 doors, but really 3 gaps. So we'll take a look at those. And why does that come into play with wiring? Well, you not only have to bridge those gaps with the track, you got to bridge those gaps with wiring. And it's not just the track wiring. You have accessory wiring, whether it's 12 volt, DC, or AC, 16 volt AC, because I have bus lines for both of those. You've got LocoNet for your DC. I use Digitrax, so I have to have LocoNet connections around in different places. Computer. Okay. For out here, right now I'm running on Wi-Fi, which limits the number of cameras I can use. And the frames per second, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I have 200,000 baud or 2 meg. Anyway, I have the highest you can get service here in the Tampa Bay area, and which is 20 times faster than what wireless will do. Okay. So it's kind of wasted. I got the speed to the house, but I don't have speed out here. So I need a Cat 5 cable out here. What about cameras? USB. I gotta run USB lines to different places. Power to different places. So all those things come into play. So let's take a look and see what I've done. Okay, so between the meat packing plant and the Great Lakes grain elevator, we have this gap for the door leading out to the backyard, and the harbor seam kind of sits in here. If you notice down at the bottom of the door, there's a 1-inch conduit. Okay. That 1-inch conduit handles 3 sets of bus bars, or 4 actually, 4 buses, 2 pair for each bus, 1 for each main line, 1 for turnout controls, and 1 for the auxiliary sidings, track. Then there's also in there a DC constant 12 volt line pair that comes over into the Lockport industrial district for accessories such as the lights. Okay. So that's one thing. That's all I really needed in this area. But let's take a look at a couple other areas. Okay, here we have the gap leading into the master bedroom, and it has a swing down drop section that will bridge from Aurora here across and over into the western suburbs. Okay, and you notice wires coming through the wall. Well, this is Florida, and the homes down here are reinforced concrete block. So we had to put a line, a hole through that concrete block to run a USB cable and a Cat 5 cable. That Cat 5 cable will run through that conduit along with that USB line back over to my work area. My dispatcher and test track area over here. And underneath which is where the new computer will go. Also running through that, you can see the white cable coming out of that conduit. That's the LocoNet cable, because over here in the western suburbs area, there will be a Digitrax booster and a set of plugs where people will be able to plug in a throttle. All right. In addition, we have two power lines coming through. One will be power that's already connected into the trains. Okay, so when I tell Alexa to turn the trains on, that power line will get hot over here as well for the booster. So it turns everything on and off. The other will be hot all the time. Okay, just like a normal receptacle would be. And we'll hang that box there. But the tip of the day is, if you're going to run wiring, you know, it's best to run everything conceivable that you may want, because once you fill up the conduit full of wire, it's hard to get another wire through it. Okay, so I want to thank you for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Thanks now.